Hey guys, Todd here with RC Ohio. I just wanted to bring you a short video on some products I got for proper lipo disposal safety. Unfortunately, I have here some DJI products. I love their drones, but I don't know who the hell they have who they buy their cells from for their batteries. But over the years, I've had multiple problems with cell errors, battery errors, whatever. And as we all know, disposing of a lipo is kind of a pain in the ass. You can't just throw it in the trash. Don't do that. You're likely to start a garbage truck on fire or a landfill or whatever. You got to make sure these things are stable and safe before you get rid of them. So, unfortunately, I'm tasked with the disposal of, I'd say, around $400 worth of batteries here. This is a 6-cell or 6S battery for my DJI Inspire 1. It's obviously got problems. Clearly doesn't look like it was abused in any way, shape, or form. There's still, even though the second generation or third generation or whatever of the Inspire 1 is out, this is still like a $300 battery. Really sucks. Shows that it's okay. It's not. You can get these. This is from my Mavic Pro. Also shows that it's okay, but it's not. You can get these for $65 to $100, whatever. If you're like me, you want to buy OEM stuff. So I'm not all about putting $1,000 drone in the air with a battery from some wherever. Anyway, so here in the near future, probably not tonight, but we're going to be disposing of these. As painful as that is, it's going to be kind of fun. So I'll show you what I purchased to get rid of these. This video is actually inspired by Dimitri from Hybrid. I can't remember the numbers after his name, but if you look for Hybrid's channel in RC stuff, I'll update this, or I'll put it in the description box of what exactly his handle is. I know his name's Dimitri, and I know the beginning of his channel is Hybrid. Dimitri's a great guy. I talk to him all the time. Funny guy, does a lot of stuff. But anyway, he shot up a lipo. I know I did one too in one of my earlier videos. He did a good job of it, and so I got two more that I get rid of. I don't know what their problem is, but I don't really care to have them sitting around my house either. So we'll handle this, destabilize them, if you will. On to the products for getting rid of lipos. I've opened all this stuff, but I figured I'd do kind of like a faux unboxing. I hope all this stuff gets in the camera shot pretty good. Alright. So what we have here is a fully automatic BB gun by Crossman. They partnered with DPMS or Panther Arms. It's a short barrel rifle. It's essentially a replica of an AR. Takes two CO2 cartridges. It's either semi-auto or you've got fully auto. So that is this. I think they did a really good job on this. I did some research. on the YouTubes, of course. Here's the mag. I'm sure many of you have seen these. So, I've got a couple other BB guns, and I just thought a full auto would be the better answer, appropriate answer. So, here's the mag. You bust the mag open like that. Oop, throw that down, of course. You got two CO2s, two CO2 cartridges that go in there. Apparently, from what I've seen, you've got to do this guy. You've got to bust the seal on this guy first, or pierce this one first, and then this second. Throw that back on there. And that is where your BBs go in. So you've got a follower like any typical BB gun. So that's the mag for that. Here's the gun. I think it's a pretty good looking gun, really. It's heavy. They say it weighs about 7.5 pounds. It's got a great looking Picatinny. It's like replica bolt action. So here's the door. If I can get that open. I don't know. So I'll pull the bolt back. I think it flips open. Yep. So that's that. You got flip up sights, which are adjustable. They say it's blowback. I've seen it. I've seen people. A lot of people use these. So the bolt moves every time you take a shot. The mag's got 25 round. They say really for any kind of decent power, for any kind of good power out of this like CO2 situation, they say within your first 4 or 5 mags, that's where you're going to get good power. You're going to start dropping off after 4 or 5 mags. So, but we're not too worried about that. Anyway, that's it again. More worried about getting rid of these pesky lipos, eh? Alright, so that's that guy. Put this back here for a minute. Next is found a cheap, well, I mean, cost-wise, I've looked at this before. Cost-wise, it was like $35 on Amazon. Found a inexpensive scope. It seems like it's okay. I know. We'll see. We'll see what it's all about. That will go on the Picatinny. It's got a red dot laser. I don't know if that'll help me a whole lot or whatever, but it's also illuminated. Let's see if we can see this in there. Yeah, we can see that. So you can switch between green and red and different magnifications, of course. So, decent little scope, I guess. I don't know much about scopes, but it should be good for a BB gun. Little protectors, that's kind of nice. Manual desiccant, gotta have that. Allen wrench for adjustments. Nice little cloth, like chamois cloth to clean lenses. See how to get this too. Cheap, but again, good for a BB gun. Just a bipod. So that'll go on the bottom like so. If I choose to use it, probably won't use it for batteries or whatever, but I just thought I'd get it with it. It goes between 6 and 9 inches. It's got spring-loaded legs. Also a Amazon cheapy kind of thing, but again, good for a BB gun. So that's made by a company called V-Life or whatever, or at least branded that way. So we'll put that aside. Let's see. 6,000 steel BBs. Sure, that'll do the trick. Let's see. Excuse me. This thing's obviously going to be CO2 hungry, so 40 CO2 cartridges. Relatively inexpensive. CO2 doesn't cost that much, and it ships prime, so you get it quick. And also thought that it would be important to have a spare mag. So, same mag as what came in the kit. Door flips open. Same mag. That was like $50. So anyway, not to make this video any longer, but this is now going to be my, what I'm going to call a safe lipo disposal kit. So stay tuned. Very shortly, I am going to put these outside, and we're going to see what a 6-cell lipo will do. It's only half charged. It'll still take a full charge according to the LEDs. So I'll go ahead and charge that up full just so we can get the best bang we can get. This guy says it's fully charged, so we'll just go ahead and shoot that one the way it is. Again, I live on a decent sized piece of property. I'm not going to bother anybody with doing any of this. I'm going to do it out in the middle of my piece of property, not around any trees, flammables, anything like that. I'm going to hang it just like Dimitri did, with maybe some kind of metal pan under it or something. And just because you see me do this, I don't recommend anybody else do it. So this is purely for me to get rid of these. And when I say this is a safe way to dispose of lipos, it's more of a joke. And it's safe, in my opinion, and this is my opinion. It's safe once all cells are punctured and they've flamed out and everything, and you confirm this, that you can go ahead and throw them in your trash can or whatever. Anyhow, I just had to get that out there because you know the world we live in today, the America we live in. But he said we can do it. That said, good night, guys.